friends. Welcome back to our V-Life life lessons, the lessons they don't teach in schools. My name is Mr. Scott, and today we're going to talk about something very important: how to learn. Learning isn't just about remembering facts, it's about living, trying, and choosing. But before we dive into today's lesson, let's recap what we learned last week. Last week, we learned all about the 5 layers of life. We learned about the self layer, our families, our friends, our community, and our environment. Remember how we should treat each of them with love and respect? Now for today's lesson. Today's lesson is all about how to learn, which is a very important life lesson because we never stop learning. Learning doesn't just happen in school or when we are young. It is a lifelong friend. Let's explore how this works together. Learning happens in 5 special stages. Learning: when we hear, see, read, listen, watch, or feel something new. Experiencing: trying it out yourself, putting your learning into practice. Knowing deeply what you are learning. Understanding: seeing it fully by knowing what it is and what it is not. And finally, choosing or living, deciding how you will use what you have learned in your life. Let's bring these steps to life with a story. One day, a child saw fire for the very first time. And at first, they learnt about it when someone said, "This is fire. It gives warmth and light." But then, the child wanted to know more. So they reached out and experienced it. Ouch! It was hot. Now the child knew that fire was both warm and painful. After thinking more, the child began to understand. Fire can cook food and keep you warm. It can also hurt you if you're not careful. And when there is no fire, it is cold and we can't cook food. But then, we also can't get burnt. The child understood what fire is and what it is not. Finally, the child had to choose how to live with this knowledge, and chose to use fire responsibly, to stay warm, to cook meals, and to keep safe. And so the child grew wise, not just by hearing, but by learning through all 5 stages. Did you see how the child went through all 5 stages? First, they learnt about fire. Each of us has our own special way of learning, and you should find what works best for you. One important thing to remember is that asking questions is a very important part of learning, and we should never be scared or embarrassed to ask questions. We should rather focus on learning how to ask the right questions in the right way. Then, the child experienced the fire. Experience is when we practice what we have learned. This is the part of the learning when we make and learn from our mistakes. It is important to see here that mistakes are not wrong. They are paths to our learning. Experiencing shows us our feelings about what we are learning. Then the child knew the fire's power. When we have both learnt about something and experienced it, we know what it is. We have lived it. The child then understood fire fully. Understanding is knowing, learning and experiencing. Both sides or the opposite of the lesson. Knowing what it is and what it is not. For example, knowing the correct and incorrect answer to a math sum, or knowing what it is to be happy and what it is to be unhappy. When we know both, we really understand what we are trying to learn. Finally, the child had to choose how to live with it. After we really understand something, we can choose if we want to live with it, use it, keep it, feel it, or let it go. That's the secret to learning anything in life. It's not just to hear about it. We need to experience, reflect, and make choices. So next time you learn something new, like a new skill, a new subject, or even how to be kinder, remember the 5 stages. Learn it, experience it, know it, understand it, and choose it. That's how we turn information into wisdom. And guess what? You can practice this every single day. Thank you for learning with me, Mr. Scrane, and the Be Life Kids lessons today. Remember, true learning isn't just in the mind. It is in the choices you make with your heart and your life. See you next time, friends. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Be the life you want to live.